Yeah, just give me a moment. Yes, what? Oh, sorry about that. Hello, I'm Richard the Red, and this is the world of the Phenomenist. Today, Cyborg. To be honest, it's hard to know where to begin. This movie isn't just bad. Bad movies are aplenty, they're forgivable, they're fun, most of them. This movie is something much, much worse. Bland. Dull. Boring. I swear to God, the people responsible for making this film approached this film with a general effort and passion shown by a 5th grader when approaching a math project. I have seen nothing that seems to give less of a flying fuck about itself, about its viewer, and about its reputation than this film. Even him! This is beyond belief. But I guess I now have to approach it and try and explain it to you. And why, oh why, it's so incredibly, mind-numbingly, horrifyingly dull. The film follows Jean-Claude Van Damme in his attempts to find Fender. No, not that Fender, this Fender. Because he, once upon a time, killed his flashback-y people. These guys. The reason that Fender is going away from Jean-Claude Van Damme is because he has kidnapped a cyborg woman, the only cyborg in this film, called Cyborg, who happens to be carrying a cure to the plague inside her hard drive / mind / whatever. This raises more than a few questions right off the bat. Anywho, we follow JCVD, he follows Fender, he picks up a sidekick whose name is quite hard to remember. I honestly don't care. And in the end, there's a big climatic battle. Woman saved, things, yay, wahoo. My issues right off the bat with the plot is pretty much the setting. We open with this touching and heartfelt monologue.
First, there was the collapse of civilization, anarchy, genocide, starvation. Then when it seemed things couldn't get any worse, we got the plague. The living death, quickly closing its fist over the entire planet. And then we heard the rumors that the last scientists were working on a cure that would end the plague and restore the world. Restore it? Why? I like the death. I like the misery. I like this world!
Subtle. Here's where it all breaks down for me, though. Anarchy happened. Anarchy doesn't do this. In this film, we see collapsed bridges, destroyed cities. We see fucking areas that look like they came from Waterworld. Anarchy doesn't do that. Bombs do that. Wars do that. Anarchy breaks shop windows and sets fires in oil barrels. That's it. Okay, everyone looks kind of dirty, but it doesn't depopulate most of the fucking world. Now, if they had somehow said that this is all post-apocalyptic random, you know what? I could have bought it. Until I saw the countless scenes of this. Yeah. Notice the green vegetation? I mean, okay, maybe they're going for some kind of sterility, children of men area here, right? No, there's a kid. I don't know what the heck he's doing, but he's a kid. I mean, what occurred? Why is there almost no people? Why does no one live in houses? Why are all the houses destroyed? This isn't Fallout. There is no fucking nuclear war story here. The plants are growing. Alright, the other one that really gets me is how Fender plans to take the cure and thereby do something evil. Probably take over the world.
Of course!
Stop doing that! Here's my question. This plague. The plague. I mean, it sounds pretty fucking ominous, doesn't it? You'd think this is something hanging over the entire area. We see one plague victim. That's it. She's the only plague victim we see, and she's still alive. Okay, she looks like a member of the House Harkonnen. But, my God, she's still alive. Capable of speech. No one seems to be staying away from her. Apparently it's not contagious. What's the threat? Why on earth is getting this cure going to solve this world's problems? Or even help you take it over? All 20 of them. Now, this is where I'm supposed to talk about the characters. Got nothing to say. Really. These are not characters. These are plasticine cutouts. I have seen dead fish in barrels with more life and passion than these performances. It is staggering that they managed to get Jean-Claude Van Damme, a man who is only capable of 3 things. This, and this.
And I'm going to kick that son of a bitch Bison's ass so hard
That the next Bison wannabe is gonna feel it.
now who wants to go home and who wants to go with me?
And they managed to take that last one and somehow completely ignore it. He doesn't seem to care. His entire performance is pretty much summed up in this one scene. This is it. I swear to God. You can replay this scene over and over, and this is his acting.
What if you kill Fender? What then? What about the rest of your life?
Not a single flying fucking syllable. Nothing. He doesn't barely talk. And when he does talk, he does it in this quiet, gruff whisper. Now, from a normal person, that's a bit hard to understand.
Man's got to know his limitations.
Example. But when you're doing it with that thick a Belgian accent, he has an accent so thick you could use it in development of an oil platform. How the hell are we supposed to understand him?
It's what I do.
And even if you turn up the volume on your TV and spend time amongst the Belgian mountain men so as to understand him, you find out that his dialogue is so lacking that even Al fucking Pacino could not make this sound interesting.
Oh, that's terrific.
As for his sidekick, I don't know her name, and I honestly can't be bothered to somehow access IMDb through this subspace area. I can't be fucked. She couldn't. This is her performance.
Pirates wanted a boat. All this for a stupid boat.
I'm sorry, lady. You're in a post-apocalyptic world. Give a shit! Not only that, but her only purpose seems to be doing 2 things. What you just saw, and this. That's it. I will hereby call her ass woman, because that is all she's there for. I mean, it is staggering. Only 2 characters in this movie seem to give even the slightest, most menial of a fuck. One of which is this. Yeah, actual footage from the movie. I couldn't make that up. She is the cyborg. You know how we know she's a cyborg? Because she has 20 minutes of stop motion. And our other character who gives a shit is our main villain. Yes. This guy. Who spends the entire last part of the movie, third act material here we're speaking, doing this. And that. And more of this. And that. What am I supposed to say? This is a hybrid of Arnold Schwarzenegger, some kind of Native American, and Jaws! And when he isn't doing that, he spends the rest of the movie doing this! It's not threatening! It makes me wonder what part of June he's from! I don't understand these performances. I mean, I've seen most of these actors in other things. Are they good actors? No. But are they actors? I guess by the definition of the word. This is not acting. This is staring at a screen. Blankly. Talking. And then flashback. The editing is that awkward for every single flashback scene. It's ridiculous. I forgot to mention the one thing about this movie that really blows my mind. The sheer level of padding. I'm not talking about adding minutes at the end of a dialogue to keep it going. I'm talking about entire segments of the film. Long ones, too. Where nothing at all happens. I mean, most of it's pointless. I swear to God, 20 minutes worth of material in this film has any relevance to any kind of plot. But there are so many segments like this, and I swear to God, this is not edited or anything. This is just what happens. Yeah, I'm up. I'm sorry. This movie puts me to sleep. It puts me to sleep. The inconvenient truth didn't even put me to sleep. It's amazing. It is an amazing effort in not giving a fuck. It staggers me. It truly does.
Get on with it!
Yeah. So the end of the movie pretty much comes with Jean-Claude Van Damme doing the worst line reading in this film.
They need us out there. Let's go.
Doesn't your heart just soar? And of course that was following large segments of this, this, and of course this. Anyway, Fender was destroyed. Try that again. And Jean-Claude Van Damme and his daughter, adopted girl, walk off into the sunset to fight onward.
They need us out there. Let's go.
Who fucking rah. But now that the film is over, I can go back to doing something much more entertaining.